Welcome to Curious Lab. The Green Abyss. Why the Amazon is the most dangerous place on Earth.
It is 5.5 million square kilometers of pure, unadulterated chaos. It is the lungs of our planet, a biological masterpiece and the cradle of life. But don't let the beauty fool you. Welcome to Curious Lab, and today we're stepping into the Green Abyss. In 2026, we have mapped the moon and sent rovers to Mars. Yet, the heart of the Amazon remains one of the most hostile environments known to man. Here the laws of civilization don't apply. Evolution hasn't spent millions of years making this place pretty. It has spent them making it deadly. Whether it's a tree that can explode like a grenade or a fish that can stop your heart with a single touch, in the Amazon, you aren't a tourist. You are a participant in the world's most violent food chain. When people think of danger, they think of big teeth. But in the Amazon, the smallest creatures are the most efficient killers. Take the bullet ant. Its name isn't a metaphor. According to the chemist Sting Pain Index, the pain from a bullet ant is the most intense in the kingdom. It is described as pure, intense, brilliant pain, like walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel. The neurotoxin, toxin, causes internal waves of burning and paralysis that last for 24 hours. But the ants aren't alone. Meet the Brazilian wandering spider. In 2026, it remains the world's most venomous spider. It doesn't build a web and wait. It wanders on the forest floor at night. It hides in boots, under logs, and inside clothes. Venom causes internal pain, respiratory distress, and in strange biological twist, a painful hours-long permanent erection that leads to heart failure. Then there are the sandflies. They don't kill you instantly. They carry leishmaniasis, a parasite that eats away your mucous membranes. If you're bitten, your nose, lips, and throat will literally begin to dissolve over months. In the Amazon, the smallest bite can be a life sentence. The Amazon River hosts 20% of the world's fresh water. It also holds the most terrifying aquatic life on the planet. Most people fear the piranha, but at Curious Lab, we look at real facts. Piranha are scavengers. The real king of the water is a black caiman. Reaching a length of 6 meters, these prehistoric monsters are the largest predators in the entire Amazon basin. They're nocturnal hunters with a bite force that can crush a turtle shell like a grape. If you survive the caiman, you still have to deal with the electric eel. Recent discoveries in 2025 have identified the Electrophorus volti, a species capable of discharging 860 volts. To put that in perspective, a standard volt outlet is 110 to 220 volts. One shock from this eel won't just hurt, it will cause your muscles to seize, your heart to skip a beat, and you'll likely drown before you ever regain consciousness. And then there is green anaconda, the heaviest snake in the world. It doesn't need venom. It waits in shallows, disguised as a log, until a deer or a human comes to drink. It strikes, coils, and constricts. Every time you exhale, it tightens. It doesn't break your bones. It increases your internal pressure until your heart simply stops beating. because it's not hard to squeeze. Then there's Chennai Timpishka, the legendary boiling river of Peru. Deep in the rainforest, this river reaches temperatures of 91 degrees Celsius. It isn't volcanic, it's geothermal. If an animal falls in, its eyes cook first, turning a milky white, falling by its internal organs. It is a literal river of death. The Amazon is also a geopolitical power keg. As of 2026, illegal gold mining has reached an all-time high. The garimperos use mercury to separate gold, which then leaks into the river system.
Downstream from the mine, the river runs brown with waste. Dead fish float on the surface, a stark warning of the damage.
The mercury doesn't just kill fish, it enters the human food chain, causing a permanent brain damage and birth defects in local population. Furthermore, there are estimated 100 uncontacted tribes. These are people who have lived in total isolation for thousands of years. They're not primitive, they're masters of the jungle. However, they're highly protected. Approaching their land often results in a hail of poisoned arrows. But the real danger is the wild bomb. Because they have no immunity to modern diseases, a single cough from a researcher would wipe out an entire civilization. Why do we study the Amazon? Why does Curious Lab dig into these dangerous facts? Because the Amazon is the ultimate test of life. It is a place where every creature develops a superpower just to survive another day. It is a reminder that we are not the masters of this planet, we are just the guests.
The coordinates align. We're close.
But the terrain readings are inconsistent.
Let's check the last sector again.
As we move further into 2026, we're facing a tipping point. Deforestation is turning this wet paradise into dry savanna. If the Amazon dies, the dangers we've talked about today won't stay in the jungle. They will affect the global climate, our oxygen, and our very survival. The Amazon is dangerous, yes, but it's also necessary.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like and subscribe to Curious Lab. We bring you thoughtful. Tell us, which creature would you fear most in the Amazon?